The Pickering Nuclear Power Plant will stay open, but Ontario's cap-and-trade program will end. I'm Christina Howard, and already critics of incoming Premier Doug Ford say his policies could be hurting Ontario's economy, its business, and making it difficult for Ontario to fulfill its environmental commitments.
We ran on ending the cap-and-trade, reducing gas prices by 10 cents a litre, ending the carbon tax, the worst tax Canada has ever seen, Ontario has ever seen. It hurts jobs, hurts families, hurts businesses.
The program allows big polluters to buy emissions credits. And the nearly $2 billion Ontario has raised from those sales has gone to fund more than a dozen eco-friendly programs, such as retrofitting schools, building cycling paths, planting trees, and building the cars of the future. Some rebates for energy-efficient renovations that were financed through cap-and-trade revenues are already being phased out. But ending cap-and-trade doesn't just mean you won't get a rebate on your smart thermometer. There are bigger items at stake.
There's also investments flowing into public transit that flow from the cap-and-trade revenues. This is one of the major areas of investment. And we don't know where the money for those sorts of projects is going to come from with these revenues gone.
We also don't know what will happen to all the billions of dollars spent by businesses to meet their emissions targets.
The estimate is about $2.8 to $3.8 billion of investment in the system that currently is subject to considerable uncertainty.
Last week, Quebec and California banned transfer of Ontario credits to their jurisdictions, putting the very value of those credits in limbo. And it's not just big businesses. You may also feel the pinch on your energy bill.
Are they paying for something that has no use? Time will tell.
Should Ford follow through with his promise, the federal government can always impose a backstop, essentially forcing an emissions tax on the province.
The tax is higher than the price that the Ontario allowances were going out at. Ontario allowances were going out at about $18.37. The federal backstop tax is starting at $20 and increasing $10 per year.
The Tories say they're prepared. They've earmarked $30 million to fight the feds in court over this measure, but some say they don't stand a chance.
The Constitution says explicitly the Government of Canada can engage in any mode or form of taxation it wants to, so I think you'd find the consensus among legal scholars is fairly overwhelming, that the chances of success on the part of Ford on that litigation is virtually zero.
Now, Winfield says that ditching the cap-and-trade program will tear a huge hole in Canada's ability to meet its Paris Accord commitment. He also says it will mean higher long-term costs for Ontarians as the effects of climate change are truly felt.